Hello and welcome to Sunflowers and DIYing. I am Sarah and thank you so much for stopping by and clicking on my channel to check it out. And if you've come from the playlist, welcome, and I hope that you will consider subscribing and checking out some other videos that I've created and other DIYs that I have. And so any other channels that I talk about in this video, you will find them in the description box. Also, Chocolatour, you will find that in my link tree. If you are interested, just let me know. I am a designer for Chocolatour, and I'd be happy to help you in any way that I can. And also, I am joined by a bunch of other ladies. I am in a playlist of a challenge for unusual pumpkins DIYs, and I hope that you stick around and you check it out and you see what I've created and come up with. And I hope also that you like what you see and that you will consider hitting that subscribe button and returning to see what else I have created. Anyway, so it is hosted by Happiness Created and Crafting in Mimi's World. Guys, they do amazing work. You should totally check them out. Even if you just came from my channel and you've not heard of them, please go check them out. They are amazing. They have beautiful DIYs, and everyone else in the playlist as well. They do beautiful work. And I hope that you will hit that playlist and be able to watch them all and to enjoy what each one of us has come up with. And yeah. So let us quit my talking about this and let's see if I have met your requirements as an unusual pumpkin. And if not, please give me a comment down below and tell me what you would have maybe done differently or what I could have done differently. And hey, let's check it out and see what I have created for y'all. And thank you again for stopping by. And let's get to the DIYs. So, DIY number 1. Here I'm just reassembling a ribbon spool that my little toddler ripped apart. I was like, I was just about to use that, little man. And so, anyway, so I just took a little hot glue, just glued it back together, and then just gonna take some of that, that's a pillowcase there to the left there, and I'm just going to cut it up in strips and just wrap it around it. And this is part of my unusual pumpkin that I'm making here right now. Now just dab a little hot glue there just so it stays in place and doesn't continue to wrap around. And then just going to do 2 of those. Then I take a rubber band and then I just secure that in place. And then I'll be using yarn. And you see how I'm just weaving it through there. Well, it's a long process, so I didn't have you watch the whole thing. And then I just did 2. I doubled it instead of just 1 string over. I just doubled it and then just kept going through and through. Here are some stems from the Dollar Tree, but you can easily go outside to your yard, take a branch or some sticks or something like that. And then also some leaves here that I just had some scrap pieces of leaves. And then some sunflower here I just took and glued the leaf. Well, I did not glue the leaves down, sorry. I just pulled out the stem and then put the leaves down. Then I replaced the stem back on top of that, and that helped secure it. But I did glue down the sunflower, but a very little bit, just so that I could be able to remove it and not damage anything. If I wanted to reuse maybe the yarn or even the accessories on it, like the sunflower and the leaf. So, yeah, and that's it for this one. I mean, I just am securing that and all done there. So yeah, if you guys are new and coming from the playlist, welcome, and thank you for clicking play on this video and wanting to check out and see what we've all created. And I do appreciate that, and I do hope that you will consider subscribing and coming back and checking us out. This is a playlist hosted by Happiness Created, Tami, and then Crafting in Mimi's World, Jackie. And y'all should definitely go check their channels out in the playlist, please. And yeah, so here DIY number 2. Here I'm just taking some pine cones from on our vacation that we had. I've had them for about 3 or 4 years now, and just going to take out the top to make it more flushed, and then just going to add a dab of hot glue and then attach one of those other stems again and just put it there at the the top of there, and then I also am painting them. I just took some pumpkin orange apple barrel and then some baby powder with talc in it, mixed the two up, and it's just to give it a thicker consistency, like a chalk-like base to it. And I just wanted a little thicker on the pumpkin, so I'm not having to use so much. Uh, and then here's just some Waverly chalk paint and moss, and also Waverly chalk paint and agave. And I'm just doing those for the other two pine cones that I'll be turning to pumpkins. Sunflower ribbon that I just got from the Dollar Tree this past summer. And then also the buffalo check gingham there. And then I'm just assembling it, putting it together using a skewer, excuse me, to attach it to the bottom to make a bouquet out of it. And, oh, excuse me. And then I'm just adding a little extra hot glue there to make sure that it's secure enough. And also, just doing here, right here, this is Chocolate Tour. This is the Autumn Trio Transfer. There's, here I'm just taking the bright white paste and eucalyptus paste, going to do the Thankful and Blessed in the bright white, and then the leaves in the eucalyptus. And if you all are interested in Chocolate Tour, you will find the link to that in my link tree, and I encourage you to go check it out. This is very fun to me. I love it. I've tried all sorts of different things, like Cricut, and especially, and there's no comparison. This is amazing. I mean, you don't even have to know how to craft. I mean, you could easily just do this and whip up something beautiful, and bam, there you go, and call it a DIY. So definitely encourage y'all to check it out if you are interested. And yeah, and you could also private message me on Instagram. You also find my Instagram and Facebook page on my link tree, if you'd like to know more information about it. And so yeah, here I'm just adding that there, and this is the multi-tool I'll be using to just squeegee it on and just spreading it out. It takes very little and it just spreads on very nicely and things like that. So, and I'm using this as part of my bouquet. That's why you didn't see the finishing project yet. I'm going to be adding a skewer on the back of this. You'll see that in a moment, with some tape. I didn't want to hot glue it down. I just used a piece of tape so that it would be able to be removed and come off and things. And so, yeah, here's the finished project here. And I'm adding some twine to it as well to give it that extra embellishment. And I did not burn myself. It looks like I did, but I did not burn myself. So anyway, yeah. So here's that. So look, and then my toddler, let me help you, Mom. Let me grab this from you. Trying to take my transfer. I'm like, no. Little stinker. But anyway, so yeah, I'm just spreading them out, making it look good, or the best that I can anyhow. And then we're just going to flip it over, add a skewer to the back with some tape, and we're going to then add it to the, I just drew a blank there, to the bouquet. and then, you'll see me arrange it, which I probably should have cut the whole thing out because I'm terrible at it. I'm not a florist, that's for sure, but I just want to show you how simple it is. It's just a few sunflowers added, and then, just the pumpkins there, the pinecone pumpkins, and then this cute little sign to give it the accent piece to it. And you will see that it is mostly in the front. That's because I put it on top of my hutch, and you won't be able to see it if it was scooched all the way in the back there. So I arranged most of it in the front. And then also the sign was giving me a bit of a fit there, flopping around. So I was like, okay. So here in a moment, I'm going to go get some, a piece of a pool noodle, and cut it up and add it to that. And I'm like, okay, come on, silly thing. So I just added a little piece of pool noodle there, and then I covered it up a little bit with the moss, and then was done with that. I mean, that really helped. Pool noodles are actually, you don't have to use so much of it. You get more for your money. And so definitely, and they're not that messy. You go get that Florifoam, whew, them things are a mess. I mean, and I don't even take them out of the wrapping, the plastic wrap there, because it just gets everywhere. I'm like, oh, not buying you again. I shall get pool noodles from now on. So just stuffing a little moss there to cover up all that bright blue. And then just finishing up arranging it, and there it is. And this is DIY number 2. definitely tell me what y'all think of these here in the comments below. I'd love to hear your feedback. Here I'm taking apple barrel, DIY number 3, apple barrel and burnt umber, and then the Waverly chalk paint and ivory, and then a Dollar Tree plaid pumpkin, and then just a paintbrush. So the burnt umber I'm going to take and I'll just put a little out and paint that stem. The stems look very plasticky and very fake. So what I did was just to help tone that down a little bit, and it really does make a difference. It makes it look a lot more high-end and not so cheap-like. So definitely, if you were, getting those Dollar Tree pumpkins, I encourage you to take those stems out real quick, and which they're very easy to pop in and out, and just give it a good coat of brown paint and put it back in after it dries, of course. So we didn't want to waste the paint, so we're definitely going to put that back in there and salvage any that we can. So here I'm just taking the ivory and going to paint the pumpkin here. And then, so here we're going to make a attempt, I should say, a baseball pumpkin. And just, as you see all the pink my daughter was painting with me. So, and I did move that one fast. I apologize. But that is the flag red and apple barrel paint. And just using that as my stitching. So, like I said before, if y'all are coming from the playlist, thank you, Sunflowers and DIYing. I am Sarah. So excited and happy that you are here with me today. And definitely hope that you come back and you join me again. And yeah, so just again, welcome to my channel. And here I'm just checking out, adding a little extra of the white, the ivory there to it, because I did get a little white on some of them, and just trying to tone it down a little bit. Here I'm just adding some of those leaves again, and just to help embellish it a little bit more and things. So, oh, and then don't forget to check out the playlist, y'all. There's a bunch of other great DIYer crafters out there that I'm sure have done a great, amazing job, because they do a great, beautiful job on everything else. So definitely encourage you to check them out. And here's the finished project. And also, here's my toddler's pumpkins that they wanted to finish and do with mommy. Thank you again, y'all. Bye.